Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Robert Sports. I'm your host, Robert. All right, NASCAR Cup Series, South Point 400, 400.5 miles, 267 laps, 3 stages, 80, 85, 102 around Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Fuel window, 62 to 67 laps. As we saw in the Xfinity Series race yesterday, tires can make a small difference. 9 sets of those bad boys for this race. The last 3 Vegas races have been won from the outside pole, second starting position. Today is Tyler Reddick. The last 8 of the last 9, the winner has started in the top 10, or top 9. 7 of the last 9 Las Vegas winners have started in the top 5. So obviously qualifying is so important yesterday. Pit stall selection is so important in Vegas. So if you look at that stat, 7 of the last 9 Vegas winners started in the top 5. Bell, Reddick, Bowman, Hamlin, Larson. Yeah, I'm pretty confident the winner's coming from one of that group. 8 of the last 9 started in the top 9. That adds Hocevar, Ross Chastain, Ty Gibbs, William Byron. In the last 12 of the last 15 winners at Vegas started in the top 10. Logano qualified 10th. We know how good Logano is at Vegas. So more than likely, 12 of the last 15, the winner is coming from that top 15. That includes all the playoff drivers except for Chase Elliott and Ryan Blaney. The lowest any Vegas winner has ever started to win the race is 25th. Ryan Blaney starting 37th. So yeah, it's going to be an uphill climb for Ryan Blaney. Hendrick Motorsports have won 5 of the last 7. That's going to be an uphill battle for everyone except for Hendrick Motorsports cars. 3 of Larson, 1 Byron, 1 Bowman. Elliott doesn't run well here. In the last 11 races, 8 times has there been 7 or less cautions. So the 2 stage breaks plus 5 other cautions. So there will be pit strategy. There will be, do we stay out? Do we do 2? Do we do 4? Do we pit early? With fuel window of 62 to 67 laps, at least the first 2 stages, anything after, lap 25, pit window opens, because you have to pit in each stage, which I love the fact that happens at tracks like this. So you got to do strategy. Do I pit early? Do I pit late? What do we do? Do we try to run the fuel out and then wait on fuel? Do we try to keep the fuel topped off? So yeah, different strategies that can be played out, and we know the playoff drivers and crew chiefs will play every strategy they can to get the upper hand. Now, unfortunately for the Christopher Bell fans out there, only one time at 33 races has a Vegas pole winner won the race. Sorry. But good news is, if you're a Tyler Reddick fan, the last 3 winners of Vegas have started second. Tyler Reddick started second. Yeah. All right. In the Gen 7 car, my stats are only Gen 7 related. Since 2022 at Vegas, Charlotte, Texas, and Kansas. Those 4 tracks. Kind of the cookie cutter mile-and-a-half tracks. 17 races. William Byron, 8.7 average finish, 2 wins. Ross Chastain, 10.0 and a win. Denny Hamlin, 10.2 and 2 wins. Martin Truex Jr., 11.1. Kyle Larson, 11.5 and 3 wins. Tyler Reddick, 11.9 average finish and 2 wins. Alex Bowman, 13.4 and a win. Brad Keselowski, 14.2. Those same tracks in 2024, so 5 races. So the Spring Vegas, the 600, Texas, and both Kansas races. Chase Elliott, 6.4 and a win. Martin Truex Jr., 8.0. William Byron, 8.2. Brad Keselowski, 10.0. Tyler Reddick, 11.0. Denny Hamlin, 11.2. Ty Gibbs, 12.2. Kyle Larson, 12.25 and 2 wins. Now that's the broad mile-and-a-half perspective. Let's kind of narrow that down to similar tracks. Kansas and Vegas are similar tracks, and similar tire wear, similar everything. So if we just look at the Gen 7 era, for the 11 races between Vegas and Kansas, Ross Chastain, 7.09 and a win. Ross Chastain runs well at tracks like this. Ross Chastain didn't make playoffs. We saw last year Ross Chastain broke the fact that no driver had won the race that wasn't winning a championship. He did it. Can he do that again here? Because the round of 8 opener has always been won by somebody. Obviously, you win, you go to the championship for. So it's, if you're in the playoffs still. So yeah, so can somebody non-round of 8 drivers win this and stop somebody from locking in, like AJ Allmendinger did on Matt Collick's birthday for Collick Racing, I guess, during the Xfinity Series. Ross is the guy that can do it. Kyle Larson, 7.6 and 3 wins. Denny Hamlin, 8.0 and a win. Again, this is the 11 races between Vegas and Kansas with the Gen 7 car. Martin Truex Jr., 9.09. Can he get his first win of the season? William Byron, 9.18 and a win. Alex Bowman, 10.3. How ironic would it be for Alex Bowman to win this race when he should have been in the championship 4 if the car wasn't too light last week? I'm not going to use the C word. We don't know. They didn't appeal the penalty, the disqualification, so we don't know how light the car was. We don't know if they, quote, cheated. We just don't know. It did pass pre-race inspection. It was pre-race weight was fine. But we know, if you've been a fan of this sport for a number of years and you've heard the old-timers talk, Junior Johnson had a special set of wheels for weigh-in. We know drivers had a special way of getting the ballast, the weight out of the frame rails, the little hole where the jack goes up, and all these little BB things would just run out. We've all heard the story from Tim Brewer on Dale Jr. Download. I think it was Brewer that said this. When he worked for Junior, they came down pit road, and there's literally a line of these little weights down pit road. The team sitting next to him reported them to NASCAR. NASCAR wanted to inspect the car. They said fine. Jacked it up, put it on jack stands, left the jack where it was at. The jack was covering the hole. They searched the entire underbody of that car. Could not find a single thing wrong. Hey, it's not them. Okay, you look. That's all we need. And the whole time we're like, for the jack screw is, we've heard, Dick Beatty and Darrell Waltrip talking about walking around Martinsville and seeing all these little BBs, and Dick Beatty going, Darrell, why are these little things? I don't know what those are there, Dick. Knowing good and well what they were. So that was the past. That I don't believe that stuff's happening today. But this car was underweight. He got disqualified. He's out of the round of 8. Can he win here and go, see, told you so? That he's that good this year. And he is good this year. Don't get me wrong. Not an Alex Bowman fan, but I'm not an Alex Bowman hater. Alex Bowman wins and does well. It's like, all right, cool, okay. I'm not a fan of his, but hey, go good for him, I put all the drivers in 3 categories. Guys I really like and follow, guys I'm neutral with, and guys I hate. There's only 3 guys on the column I hate. Kyle Busch, 13.4. Ryan Blaney, 13.7. Again, average finish at Vegas in Gen 7 era. Just in 2024 with Kansas and Vegas. Martin Truex Jr., 4.6. Ooh, Truex. Can he get a win here? That would be awesome. Ryan Blaney, 6.3. Denny Hamlin, 7.0. Chase Elliott, Ross Chastain, each 8.0. Kyle Larson, 9.3 and 2 wins. What else can you say about him? Alex Bowman, 10.3. Noah Gragson, 11.0. Now, in the last 5 Gen 7 races at Vegas, Ross Chastain, average finish, 5.2. William Byron, 7.2. Martin Truex Jr., Tyler Reddick, 7.6. Kyle Larson, 8.2. Kyle Busch, 10.0. Denny Hamlin, 13.2. Alex Bowman, 14.2. Now we're going to drill down a little bit here for the last 3 races. And I'm going to go average running position. So last year, this year at Vegas, Kyle Larson, unbelievable, 2.08. He is averaged for 3 races, which is 1,200 miles, which is over 800 laps, or right around 800 laps. He's average running position during all that time, 2.08. So that 5 car's been up front a lot. Now, in the first 2 rounds of the playoffs, round of 16, round of 8, to start those 2 rounds, Larson has done one unique thing. He has tried to knock down the turn 2 wall in both races. Can he go perfect on the season? The opening race of each round, knock down the turn 2 wall. Well, let's hope so. Denny Hamlin, 6.6, average running position in those 3 races. Martin Truex Jr., 7.4. William Byron, 8.3. Tyler Reddick, 9.4. Ryan Blaney, 9.5. Kyle Busch, 10.1. 10.1. And Seabell, 11.0. those very important playoffs. Kyle Larson plus 33. Now, that sounds like a big number because you can earn 40 points if you win the race, 10 points from each stage, a total of 60 points. But if you end up with one, that could be a problem. And again, opening round of the playoffs. If he tries to knock down the turn 2 wall again, he might only earn 1 to 3 points. That could affect him. Christopher Bell plus 13, Tyler Reddick plus 10, William Byron plus 4, defending champion Ryan Blaney minus 4. 4 spots on the track. You can make that up in stage points, so hopefully you can. Denny Hamlin minus 8, same way. Win the stage, you can make that up. Chase Elliott minus 9 and Joey Logano minus 11. He's in, obviously, due to the disqualification of Alex Bowman. 3 times since 2017 in the stage racing era. I didn't go back to stage racing era because that's what we have now. In the 7 stage racing era races, round of 8, 3 times the winner went on to win the championship. 2 of those are Joey Logano, 2018 and 2022. As we look forward to that championship 4, Logano has made 3 appearances. Hamlin 3, Elliott 3, Larson 2, Bell 2, Blaney and Byron each with 1. That leaves Tyler Reddick as the only driver never to be in the championship 4. Tyler Reddick also made the round of 8 last year. Because you remember, Bubba made the round of 12, Tyler made the round of 8. So he's got experience in this round. The only driver of these 8 drivers to not win a NASCAR National Series championship, talking Truck Series, Xfinity, and Cup, Denny Hamlin. Weirdest stat I've ever seen. Larson, Blaney, Elliott, one-time Cup Series champion. This year could be 2. Logano going for his 3rd championship. Bell, former Truck Series champion. Tyler Reddick, William Byron, former Xfinity champions. Denny Hamlin has never won a championship. All those wins. Hopefully this is the year that changes that. So, NASCAR Fantasy Live. If you're an avid player of it like I am, you get 5 starts for each driver in the playoffs. You got to do control with that. You got to kind of manage your team, how you're going to do it. So, my NASCAR Fantasy Live lineup, I got 3 starts left for Denny Hamlin. I got all 5 starts left for Joey Logano. 4 starts left for the only non-playoff driver I'm starting, which is Ross Chastain. 3 starts left for Kyle Larson. 4 starts left for Tyler Reddick. And all 5 starts left for William Byron. He's in my garage. So what the garage pick will do, whoever of those first 5 are lowest and Byron's higher, I'll flip it out before the end of stage 2. I went with these guys because Denny Hamlin, I definitely want him to move on. He runs well here. Same way, Joe Logano. I think new life in there. Like even Joey even said they were still in the Owners' Championship piece, so he was already kind of mindset of doing well. Ross Chastain, he's got the best average finish in Gen 7 at Vegas. So yeah, why not? Why can't he be the spoiler? Why can't he be the first non-round of 8 driver to win the opening round of 8? Kyle Larson, he's won 2 straight. We know Henry Motorsports is stout. That's why I got Byron there as well. They both have done well. Tyler Reddick, one of the top drivers this year. He's done well here as well. As much as I'm not a fan of Kyle Larson, which I'm not, and I've made light of that here on the channel, I understand there are a point in time where he's pretty good. Would I say he's the greatest driver in the history of racing? No. Is he the greatest driver in NASCAR today? No. Is he the greatest driver in racing? I don't know. All I know is he's good at what he does in NASCAR. He's current point leader. He is has an average running position of 2.08 at Las Vegas in the last 3 races. He has an average finish in the last 5 Vegas races of 8.2. He's won the last 2. Those are the stats I have. The other, that's all noise. Alright, on picks this year, I am 12-8 in the Truck Series. I love the fact that AJ won yesterday, but I didn't pick him, so I'm 18-12 in Xfinity. 8-23 with a win from Larson last week. So, the 4 picks to win the South Point 400 at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Gotta go Joey Logano. I mean, come on, man. Twice he has won this race, went on to win the championship. It is an even number year. In even years, he makes the championship for 2018, 2020, 2022, and this is 2024. A win here will do it. Denny Hamlin. I want Denny to win the championship so bad this year. I know the off-track stuff with 2311 and the charter agreement and everyone. I love the fact that because it's Denny Hamlin and Michael Jordan, we forget that Front Row Motorsports and Bob Jenkins is in the lawsuit as well. But we look at Denny and Michael as money hungry. We look at them as villains. We look at them as that's not what's best for NASCAR. When you have the seasoned owners who've been around the sport for 20, 30, 40 years, the Mr. H's, the Richard Childress, they come out and say some similar stuff is what Denny has been saying, but they're like, well, you know what? We were forced to sign it, yes. Rick Hendrick, I was tired of the negotiations for 2 years. We got to a stale point, basically. I have to do what's best for my people and for my business. Both of them said that. And they signed it. Justin Marks went on XM Radio and said the same thing. I have to do what's best for my company. What we have here in this charter agreement, I can run my company with. Obviously, Denny, Bob Jenkins, Michael, look at different things. So, NASCAR is not the villain here. 2311 and Front Row is not the villain here. What comes out of this, regardless what the outcome is, regardless if the outcome is in favor of Front Row and 2311 or if the outcome is in favor of NASCAR, whatever the outcome is, it's going to change NASCAR. Whatever that outcome is, I think will make this sport better. I think there's going to be a agreement. It's not going to be made public, but it's going to be an agreement that's going to make 2311 Front Row happy. It's going to modify the agreement with the teams currently. Everyone's going to be happy. We're going to move forward. Does that happen in 2025? Does it happen in 2026? We don't know. But all we do know right now, we have 12 teams that have signed the charter agreement, 30 charters for sure, the 2 Stewart-Haas charters, because we know one of the Stewart-Haas charters went to the track house for Shane Van Gisbergen. Haas is keeping one. The other 2 may or may not be available for 2024 or 2025, which part of that is also, that's not money that Tony's getting and Gene Haas are getting. So there's a whole different ballgame here because Front Row and 2311 were supposed to each buy a charter, say $25 million. That's $50 million that Tony's not getting right now because those teams haven't signed a charter agreement. You can't buy something if you haven't agreed to it. And NASCAR has to approve the sale of said charters. So yeah, there's a whole different element there as well with Tony and Gene. Can Gene just run 3 cars this year? Because he did sign the charter agreement and he still technically has those 2 charters. So yeah, that's a whole different ballgame as well. So a lot going to happen in the next few months business-wise. On the track though, round of 8 opener. Somebody, if Larson, Bell, Reddick, Byron, Blaney, Hamlin, Elliott, Logano win, they move on to Phoenix and they run for a championship. We'll know after Martinsville who all moves on. The picks are Larson, Hamlin, Reddick, Logano, the South Point 400 at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. As always, thanks for watching Robert Sports Show. Don't just have a great day. Have a spiffy day. Robert Sports Show, your YouTube leader in sports channel content.